today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Memphis Egyptians.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here. Egyptians taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. Wall. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll return it from the 6. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to Jayleen Waddle. Now inside the 25. Jayleen Waddle, touchdown! Jayleen Waddle his first touchdown on the year. And the Egyptians get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup.
Looking to throw. Wall. Under pressure, and down he goes. Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Fighting through. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On to the second quarter. Memphis in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. In motion right goes Reed. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football.
Oh, yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Throwing to start the drive. Wall. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On first down, Wall. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the cover
Be knocked away and incomplete.
they've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Vikings. Send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now with first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker sliding out of the pocket. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A final shot before break. Wall. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. So we've reached halftime.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right. Back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up.
Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Rolling to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
That is incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Donald.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Egyptians take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Wall. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Wall. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Wall. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw.
And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they're going to speed things up here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one again. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy.
Touchdown!
KJ Osborne
from 17 yards out.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This is 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset.
Here's 1st down.
They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, this kicks. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He's going to use his legs here.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Running here with White.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So here now is Anders Carlson in a really big spot.
This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Addison. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run.
Oh.
He gets it to Addison.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Memphis, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.